Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Here we are waiting for the competition to start in just 5 minutes. Hello to everyone. Dave says hi, Dub. Hello, Dave. Rachel says morning, Dub. Good morning, Rachel. C Money. What's up, C Money? Howdy, Dub. Girl Gamer. Merry game day. Good luck, everyone. Spartan says afternoon, Dub. Hello, Spartans. Afternoon very soon. Mary NG. Morning. Oakenshield, good morning. Jukesies, hello. Two waves, both hands. Alina, hey everyone. Or hey everybody, good luck. Martin says, hello, how are we? Addicted as usual, right Martin? C Money, wait, is everything supposed to turn to gold? Well, supposedly that's what the Philosopher's Stone does, right? Like, it turns things to gold and it makes you immortal or something. Right. Yeah, I did my research. It's just a joke that it supposedly turns stuff to gold, right? Because it's not real or something. The myth. Some people believe it's real. Lazy DC says hello everyone. Hi Dubstep Rod, good luck. Thank you Lazy DC, good luck to you as well. Wilson says hi all, hello Wilson. Hi all, good luck, have fun. Hello Herps. Alina, yeah, addicted as usual. Yeah, Linda, hello to everyone. Hello, Linda. Martin to stay anonymous, I don't know. I heard I'm doing good enough. Alright, alright. Well, I practiced a good amount for this one. It was very similar to Candlesticks, so my competition design is going to be almost exactly the same as the Candlesticks meta. I'm just adding a couple wizards workshops and master wizards to get it to work. I think that's really the only difference. And the haunted wing NFT, so I can get, or the haunted porch NFT, so I can get 2 passive crude oil. I'm not going to be using the oil seep since I have the crude oil NFT. And of course, all the legendary tree farms and mills that I have to make this work, because this is really wood heavy. But I definitely am going to get top 25. Maybe I even have a shot at top 10 for this. I actually think I do have a shot at top 10 for this, but who knows, we'll see. We shall see how that goes. Black hole, good luck for all, of course. Martin says and the neighbors have a cat, so I'm just a nani if you don't mind. What is that supposed to mean? Jukesy says Dubstep Rod and the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, that picture you made was funny. I was considering putting that in the thumbnail too, but Nah. I try to poke some fun with the whole Philosopher's Stone thing, like on the thumbnail. Supposedly had it change my jacket and my glasses to gold. Drew, hello. Drew says good luck everyone. Is that true? Your middle name Harry? No. Natural Investor, hello. Is it Haunting House NFT for passive oil? Yeah, it's part of the Haunted Mansion set, that's what I call it. So the Haunted Crypt and Haunted Graveyard only gives 1 passive crude oil, that's why it's not that popular unless you have 2 of them. The Haunted East or West Wing or the Haunted Porch are the best ones because they give 2 passive crude oil. The Haunted Main Tower gives 3 passive crude oil, but you really don't need 3 passive crude oil, you only need 2 passive crude oil. You're kind of just overpaying for the town points on that one. See when he says, how are the memorial packs NFTs? They any good? Oh yeah, I'm sure we're gonna talk about those. All the top players, if you're a top player, you probably bought those packs and you probably did your best to go for the golden jet, as some of us are calling it. It's really called the Air Force Rare Badge. And yeah, I did manage to get the full set of the Air Force badges, which when you have the full set down, it has a 19% craft time reduction, which is insane. And I also have the full set of the Navy badges. When you have all those 3 down, it's a 24% increase to movement speed on all the workers. I'm also on Eternal Paradox on my phone, just in case you see me looking down here. All right. Nice touch, didn't even notice, yeah. QE29, hello. Iron Nate says that picture looked like Dub whipped his Philosopher stand up for all to see. Oh gosh. Yeah. Let's go with that. I had AI kind of help with that little golden version of me. It's weird because it kind of shrinks my head. I noticed that. Maybe people won't really notice. You know, it was just to have a little bit of fun. Let's start the competition. I already did my daily challenge right before this, so I sold the 10 white rice. Yes, I'll talk a little bit more about the Memorial Day packs in a bit, but I did complete the set, so I'm definitely going to use a full set of the Air Force badges as well as the Navy badges for this. I have the full set of the military badges, but I don't really care about those, since those just reduce the wages of everything. I'm not gonna have an issue with that one, with, you know, the wages for this competition. I really don't expect people to have issues with cash in this competition. Now everybody knows what I'm gonna do for Cash Rush, right? Everybody knows. It starts with the letter G. It's taking a good minute to load. There we go. Mr. Troopa says, have a good competition to everyone. You too, Mr. Troopa. Good luck. There we go. Let me set up this main road here. And then I will set up my rush. My cash rush. That's right, natural investor, glass rush. Yeah, maybe somebody thought I was gonna do a gold ore rush, but that's not the case. Don't get me wrong though, I mean if you're doing gold ore rush, you're doing the right thing, in my opinion. But I already know I can get all the cash I need from just doing glass. That is why I would just do glass. Plus it's a little bit more stars. Probably won't make a difference in the end, but easy to set up here. Yeah, Martin has the VPN on, as do some other people, I'm sure. Lag had it in practice for Gold Ore as well. The game's laggier for you, Martin, with the VPN on? To corrupted. I was thinking of testing out like how much gold ore can I do if I were to do a gold ore rush with all my NFCs. I didn't have a chance to test that this time, maybe some other time. It would be interesting to know though. I heard for no NFT, I think you can do 6,000 gold ore per hour. Is that true? Did anybody test their cash rush? Or about 6,000, maybe a little more. You'd obviously have to use freight piers to sell all that. My tavern I can already place up here. Now the whole Air Force and Navy badges, for the time being, I'm just gonna put them down here and then I will move them to their correct spots later. So there it is, the golden jet. Ooh, Rachel, already have to reload? Damn. That's clicking too fast on a laggy server, I guess. Oops. They really tempt you with the gold ones, right? They make them all shiny. There we go. Somebody mentioned they're broken jets, but you know, as long as they give the craft time reduction that they're supposed to give, I think we're good. Shiny, yeah, very shiny. They did that with the legendary rose bushes too. Made them shiny. Alright, so that's gonna collect cash. I also need to put down the dragon. I guess I could sell a batch of gold ore. Oh. Later. I'll sell it later. Put the dragon up here. Yeah, I'm not worried about the cash, but I should already get started on collecting lumber. Those badges are badass, says Rachel. Yeah, they are. Martin says, funny question, seen UFO, do I need 2 cars? I really recommend freight piers. I don't know how many cars you would need if you were... the thing is the gasoline, right? You need an insane amount of gasoline if you were only to use cars, as you say, or trade depots for this, for the gold ore rush. See, can I do that? Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean, Martin. Yeah, that's really laggy. I think I was the only person crazy enough to do this right now. At least right now. I'm sure somebody will copy me on this eventually. But I have 4 superb sawmills and 1 tile. Or maybe somebody already did do this, I'm not sure. I didn't check to see... No, actually, the last time I checked, there was only 10 of these purchased from the Gala store, I think. Oh no, I deleted the oil seep. No. Nah, I don't need it. But yeah, make sure you don't delete the oil seep. Assuming you need it, right? Philosopher's Stone requires 2 crude oil. You really don't want to be without that oil seep. Or an NFT that gives you passive crude oil. Still not in taking forever? Dang, I got lucky then. I could say the same about the all the Memorial Day boxes that I opened. I did get lucky thinking about it. Noldori says no lag here. Some of us gets it, and yeah, some of us gets the lag and some of us doesn't, I guess. I need to do the Tesla coil. Okay, I can turn these on now. Well, I mean, I need to put down my loggers and my trees and stuff, but yeah. Morris says, talk about Lucky, I have a story later. Oh boy. For now, let me focus on my build. Remind me about the story later. Good luck, have fun everyone, by the way, of course. I've heard a couple scenarios, at least regarding the Memorial Day boxes. How many boxes some people opened until they got everything they were hoping to get. Alina says, I refreshed and seems to be working better on the lag. Oh, okay. Okay, we're 12 minutes in. Why haven't I put on my Miranda skins or my corrupted packs? Probably because I placed down all the badges and I just forgot about these. I also need to put down my birdhouses, I know. Go, they should all be on now. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna have to refresh. That's what I get for trying to do this too quickly. I'm using spacebar to open up the menu again and I just did it way too fast. It might be invisible, but they can still collect wood from the tree farm that I placed down. Oh, yeah, it must be the invisible one. All right. Yeah, put my crane bots over here. This is gonna be where I have all my beehives. Like I said, this is basically the same design as the candlesticks. A design that I did for the candlesticks competition. It was like 3 months ago, right? 4 months ago. Martin says, ask Tina asked to Jeff, how do you know? How do I know what? What do you mean? Actually, I was gonna test something, but I'm obviously not going to do it here. Yeah, there was something I was gonna test, and it just popped up in my head. I just remembered what it was. Somebody said there was a bug. A bug with an NFT, and I want to see if that's true. It probably is true though. But I'll check that later if I don't forget. Oh, getting wood from the hidden tree. Wait. So first thing to build, as usual, all the loggers. Whoops. And charge station. Yeah, Martin. Not again. My visualizer's a little wrong, but it's just like which spots I have the NFT pottery shops at. That's the only thing that's wrong. After the logger houses are done, I can set up the most efficient pottery shop ceramic bowl production place ever. Okay. Let me put a bunch of temporary lumberjacks. Oh boy, what's up? Good luck to you as well. Thank you. The guided blades, there we go. And I can do the birdhouses. Eddie, hello, hello, good luck, have fun. I'll end up placing the entire spooky sets because it increases the movement speed of the beekeepers and the weavers from the fabric plant shops. Okay, and I can go ahead and place down the rose bushes now. For this one, I'm gonna be using every single tile. Every single little spot's gonna be used. Haunted Maze Zone 2 for the passive play lamps. Need wood, okay. Well, let me turn 3 of these off because I'm already like capped on. Yeah, I'm already capped on lumber basically. I mean, my builders should be busy. They should be building all the time. Oops. Another way you no practice winging it? Oh, really? Ah. Well, I mean, hopefully you at least have a good candlesticks design. In my opinion, it shouldn't be too different from that. Like, this one really didn't feel that difficult just because it was so similar to candlesticks. But if you don't have a candlestick design, you would probably struggle. Got it. Yeah, I thought that would be the case. Yeah. And that's Martin, that's over in UK, is what you're saying. I don't know too much about like what's going on there politically. I'm just trying to place on everything else while I can. So Lucy and Pilgrim Turkey statue, that's going to be for the sheep setup. Okay, all the logger houses are done. I can continue with the pottery shops. Oh, the Netherlands. Okay. I did make top 50 then, so hopefully I can wing a top 100. Okay. I mean, I would hope you make top 50 again, but if you're not sure, or if you don't even have the Navy badge set, then yeah, that'll be an issue. Because well, I don't know how many people got the full set of Navy badges, right? These right here, the ones that look like anchors, I suppose. I don't know how many people had the full set, but like I had several messages of people asking me, hey Dub, do you still have a rare Navy badge? Do you still have a set for sale? No, I don't have any more spare sets. And I feel like I was the one that got the most rare Navy badges. I don't know how many rare badges other people got for the Navy badges, but like it felt like I got a lot of them. Offline mode on, Dub? Yes. Yeah, definitely. I also have mine on. So for this competition, I don't think I can be on offline mode that long. I will have to go old school and have this on almost the entire time. New NFT, I need to catch up. Yeah, the new set of NFTs is pretty damn busted. It is overpowered, I think. Specifically, well, both of these really, but like the Air Force badges, if you have the set, that's a 19% craft time reduction. That is more than the Liberty Bell. And of course, the special thing about the Liberty Bell right now is that there's only like 5 of them out there, and we don't know if they're ever going to be sold again. So there might only ever be 5, and technically they are stackable. So if, say, one of the top players were to get a hold of all 5, they'd probably be first place forever. They'd be invincible, I would think. But funny enough, I think it's 5 people who have 1. There might actually be 6 bells out there, I don't remember, and then one of the bell was just like not being used. I can't remember what the whole discussion was for the Liberty Bells. It's 5 or 6 out there. I would assume by now everybody who has a Liberty Bell is actually playing Town Star. Like, yeah, I would assume that's the case. Yeah, it is. Damn. Yeah. It is. Man, if only everything ran perfectly, right? I mean, that would be great though, like, not being sarcastic, like that would be, that's what we want. This will be my one and only green forge that's going to be making the gold. I'll supply its passive gold ore using the pot of gold. I won't turn it on yet, just because I don't need to. Town Hall will reduce the crowd time of my tree farms. And I have a lot of tree farms. And I need a lot of wood and lumber. Yeah, those are 2x2. A little bit unfortunate. People were hoping they were 1x1. But you can't complain too much. I mean, they're overpowered as is. Might as well let them take up a little bit more space than we expected to. technically one set, like this set right here, still takes up less space than the Liberty Bell because the Liberty Bell is one full tile. But yeah, I'm sure people can work around that. I mean, they're pretty much gonna take up a full tile and a half for me. Like one of these tile, I think it's this tile right here that's just gonna be the badges. Oh, they built stuff quick. I need to be building stuff quicker than this. I have fabric plants to build too. Those will take a while. This is gonna be a very fast build. Because I need a lot of lumber, and I already have that set up, so I'm already gathering it. Oh, some of those pottery shops I didn't have to build. Whoops. That's what I get for not updating the visualizer correctly. What the heck? I'm out of money. How did that happen? You know, I probably should have placed down Oopsie like half an hour ago. That probably would have been a good idea. I'm about to go to 0 because I had to pay wages. Oh, never mind. Oh. Never mind, we're good. Martin says, are you saying Dash Riprock was lying? The game is not perfectly balanced. He always pokes jokes at that, but yeah, it's not perfectly balanced. No, he's right. You should have done gold ore. That would have been a better idea, I think. I get more stars doing glass bottles. It really wouldn't matter unless I'm like neck and neck with somebody at the very end. Like last competition, maybe I could have done my cash strategy. No, actually that wouldn't have mattered. No, never mind. I still would have been in 11th place. Oh yeah, I get it very quickly. Right, the 2 master wizards that will be making the Philosopher's Stone. Haunted Porch, I just have to make sure it's not crafting pumpkins. Got these making the stones, so they have passive crude oil, they have passive gold ore from the pot of gold here. Oh, it's already being used. Eventually I'll move the limestone sand. I'm gonna need limestone for the mystic matter. I am out of money again. It really helps that I don't have to build any wizards workshops or master wizards, because I have the correct amount of NFTs to get this to work. So one of the rare wizards workshops is making glue. One of them is making mystic matter. Though I need 2 making mystic matter, so I'm using my sorcerer's hat to also make mystic matter. And then the 2 master wizards, epic master wizards, are going to be making the Philosopher's Stones. So it just so happened that I'm not going to need to build any of those. That's Amazing. That's fast. 2 times out of money. You beat your own record. Yeah, it's kind of my fault though. I should have placed on the oopsie at the very least. But like, whatever, it's too late. I only need cash for the beehives, I think. Right? I think so. Silo for the cotton, and then 1 tractor, 1 twin tractor. Crystal reindeer is going to be very important. Reduces the craft time of all the wizards' workshops and master wizards. I suppose I'll go ahead and put down the cotton fields. You know, there was one more thing in the visualizer that I'm pretty sure I forgot to adjust. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a tree farm. Oh yeah, so the fabric plants cast dirty, so these 4 have dirty casted on them. I wasn't actually supposed to build those. That's where I placed down the pottery shop NFTs, because they are not negatively impacted by dirty. So it always seems to be a good idea to at least have some of these in situations like this, yeah. I know some people will just use like the 888 Orb of Hope or the Sphere of Hope, which I do think the 888 Orb of Hope is like a very useful NFT in those situations, or when you're using just pottery shops and you don't want to build nuclear power. I'm just not a fan of actually using it. Like I always try to find a way where that's not an issue. Like I'm not casting dirty on a building that's negatively impacted by it, so I'll just rearrange the layout. I feel like there's always a way to avoid that. Oop. I think I have pretty much all of it built out before I even refresh the game to fix that invisible tree. This is a very fast one though, because for me it just didn't turn out to be that expensive. No, that's not it. We're gonna have some chickens on here, you know, since they're on top of this building. Wasn't supposed to rotate that one. There we go, that's the entire wool setup. Cotton setup, I'll go ahead and turn these on. I still need to put on the effect cards. So for my fabric plants, we'll be making cotton yarn. And of course the other ones would be making wool yarn. So there should be 7 of them. They all have passive energy from the legendary Tesla coil or the diamond charge station. These specifically are getting energy from the diamond charge station. What goes in that spot again? Oh, the limestone stand. I think I'm good on cash, so I can get rid of this. This one will be under an hour finish at this rate. Yeah, I also want to move the badges, like I said I would do earlier. So for the badges, in case somebody is still confused, you can only have 3 of the same one placed down. So for the Air Force badges, you could either have 3 commons, or like 2 commons and 1 uncommon. Or the best thing to do is to have 1 common, 1 uncommon, and 1 rare, because that's the only way you will get the set bonus. If you're trying to place down more than 3, then the effect of the 4th, 5th, 6th, etc., the effect of those will not apply. Now there is one thing that I think might work, but I haven't tested with the badges, to actually allow you to go beyond the bonuses that it gives. I'm going to try to test that with the military badges. Oh, okay. No, Eternal Paradox did like some update earlier, and I guess they gave everybody 2,000 diamonds for free. Okay, cool. Oh, I know what that was actually. That was a bug with the new mercenary. Yeah, I'm gonna test something out with the badges probably when I'm done. Let me keep building this. Okay, well that's probably gonna screw up some of this, but all right. That little tiny arts and decor shop is going to be making candlestick. I forgot to put down the rare one. Rare arts and decor shop will go here instead. These 5 will be making vanilla scented candles. Oh, I had to build a warehouse. Okay. Right, limestone stand. Okay, I turned on, yeah, I turned on all the fabric plants. I'll go ahead and turn on the pottery shops, yeah. So what are we, 46 minutes in, just turning stuff on, okay. So there's 2 things I want to test, though I think one of them would not be wise to do it in the competition, because I think it is considered a bug. And the other one is more, I wouldn't say a bug, more like an oversight. Okay, I think those are all on. Now let me turn these on. I'm pretty sure I had to rotate all of these at least once. Yeah, I do. Hopefully I don't forget to do that. You're gonna have all the passive nectar from Haunted Maze Zone 1 once I place it down. Which I will do now. I can get rid of that and turn this off. One more beehive. Is that it? Other than this pottery shop, I think that's it. What are we, 50 minutes in? Shit. Deleted the wrong thing. Thankfully, that was just an NFT. Okay.
quickly turn some of this stuff on. The silo's not important, but I guess I'll turn it on anyways. At least not for me, because I'm only storing cotton, so I don't need to sell cotton. Sure. Graded ceramics is essential, really. Crafty arts and decor shop, ancient garment specialist, bulky storehouse. Guided blades, great woodlands, I already have those on. Hasty beekeeper, bulky warehouse, and hasty tractor. There we go. Should be it. So these three I don't think I need to rotate. Okay. I didn't even see that, but alright. Okay, so 50 minutes in, I should be done. I'm gonna have to refresh so it fixes that missing tree. Well, there's one thing I haven't done. Put down the vanilla stands. Right, so more like 52 minutes to finish. Assuming I don't need to build anything else, I can get rid of that. Place down the tree farm there. Where was I here? Rotating all these. That's a fast build? Yes. Under an hour, I would say is fast. No, I would say it's very fast, actually. Because, like, in general, my build will be fast anyways. Like, probably under an hour and a half, right? That's fast. So how's everybody doing with their gold or rush? Gotten all the cash you need? Already moving on to building? Already building? Already half done? Maybe? Yeah, I'll turn these on. 1 second craft time on lumber, by the way. I gotta turn gold on, yeah. They're waiting on that. So that's already making... Yeah. Oh, the Wizard's Workshop also has 2 passive clay lumps, by the way. Yeah, Mystic Matter is already being crafted. That has the passive limestone. They just have to pick up the glue and the cotton yarn. This just needs the candlestick, which just needs the vanilla scented candles, which is being crafted. So everything here should be good. All this should be turned on and hopefully rotated correctly. Yeah, basically a 52-minute finish. I'm gonna back out here and then come back in just to make sure that, you know, the tree situation is fixed. Got half the cash needed? Alright. Waiting to get the nuke? Yeah, oh, that's right, yeah. That's a bit of a process with the steel mill, the mines. Oh. 10 minutes will be spent here on the loading menu. So did anybody decide to get the Memorial Day boxes? I heard basically all the top players did, right? Anybody here tried their luck? How many boxes did you end up getting and opening? John Mod, good day dub. Hello, John Mod. The Memorial Day box sale. So it went on sale on Friday. They have not made an official announcement for it yet. At this point, I don't know if they will, or if they do, it'll probably be the very last day. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is a temporary sale, like the Stars and Stripes. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. The Stars and Stripes boxes. I believe this is a temporary sale, and like in maybe a week, it'll be pulled from the store and they won't sell it anymore. That's just my speculation. That's not confirmed yet. For some reason, I have that speculation. I don't want to scare people either, but I just want to let you know what I think. I would assume somebody would post an announcement before it gets pulled, right? Like I might be able to even ask for clarification. I don't understand why there hasn't been an announcement for the Memorial Day box sale. Also, when it first went on sale, it was on the store for $50, and that wasn't supposed to be the case. They quickly reduced it to 30, but some people had already bought it for 50. They're supposed to get compensated, but like who knows how long that will take, right? Alina says, I have opened one and got the Navy R. The Navy R. Probably meant to say Navy Rare. That's really good, by the way, for just opening one. Congratulations. That's a huge win, if that's true, if I read that correctly. Yeah, the box, that's the new sale they came out with called the Memorial Day boxes, I believe. You will get 1 out of 9 different badges. There's the military badge, the Navy badge, and the Air Force badge, which is the rarest one and probably the most powerful one. They come in 3 different rarities: common, uncommon, rare. Or you can go by bronze, silver, and gold, because that's how they look like in the game. Military badges will reduce the wages, which nobody cares about right now. Navy badges will increase the movement speed, so if you have the full set of Navy badges, that's actually more powerful than a medieval tavern. The tavern gives you the craft time reduction on the breweries, but that's hardly ever used. But yeah, the full set of the Navy badges is a 24% movement speed bonus, whereas the medieval tavern's a 20% movement speed bonus. Plus, you may have an easier time placing the Navy badges than you would the tavern. You know, depending on your placement. Also, Alina, I'm assuming if you got the rare Navy badge, you probably are going to or already bought the common or the uncommon, right? That would be the logical thing to do. You can't just have the rare Navy badge by itself and not have the full set. That'd be kind of silly. And the Air Force sets, that reduces the craft time, and if you have the full set, that's a 19% craft time reduction. Absolutely huge. More than the Liberty Bell, which is 15%. It's probably equivalent to, how many birdhouses would that be? Like a full set of rares? A combination of rares and epics, I think. Maybe, no, a full set of epics, I think, is 20%. So, I'm trying to remember. I think a full set of epic birdhouses is 20%. So the full set of Air Force badges is close to that. It would, I know. I was tempted, but it didn't until now. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they would make sense. Oops, sorry. Lately, I've been trying to use my water bottle to keep the water colder, at least. But it's bigger. Knocks into things, that's the thing. Alina says, was like my first time I was lucky, as I never was. Well, congratulations, yeah. Let me make sure this is at least somewhat working. Okay, there's a tree that was missing. So yeah, I have all these freaking trees. All these lumber mills. What do I name my town? Of course, I'll just name it this. It's kind of tricky trying to fit in NNR Philosopher Stone on there for the build showcase. But you know what? What the hell are you doing here? Solar panel? That was a little bit of an oversight. Whoops. I need to build a pottery shop there. Alright. No problem. Need to craft 1 energy. Gosh. Got 1 energy. Get the crane bot out. And I need 5 wood, which I can just do this. Fundamental. I need those ceramic bowls, so yeah, I need to build that. Let me temporarily turn 3 of these off, so I make sure I have wood going on the fundamental storage. So yeah, missed 1 thing. I'm still gonna consider that under an hour finish, alright? I might even be the first one to sell stones at this rate, who knows? Unless somebody already sold them. Alright, Cranebot, you well, they should have put 2 Cranebots in there. Yeah, I really hope everything else is correct though. Let me at least check. What can I check? Cotton? It's a little bit lower than it should be. I wonder if there's something missing. For update packs? Did I ever? Yeah, I did. What could be missing? I got the tavern. Got the birdhouses, rose bushes, badges. Rate. Take a guess at the rate before it gets revealed. Like once we start running everything on here. Where's that last bit of energy? Where did it go? But so did I not craft the energy or like? What the heck? I don't know what happened there. Let's do this. Okay. I swear I crafted an energy somewhere and it just disappeared. I mean, assuming this works as intended, I feel like I have everything placed down. I did a lot of tweaks on this, just trying to increase the rate by one at a time. So 115 would be a good guess if this was with no badges. So with the badges in mind, it'll definitely be more than 115. Like a lot more than you think, I think. Like a pretty good jump. Alright, I'm gonna reset the production monitor. Keep that hidden for a minute. Glue, mystic matter. Okay, yeah, other than this needs to be turned on. There we go. Should be good. Alright, let's at the very least add stones on here, and then I'll add everything else in a moment. 25. Of course, Perriman has a first cell. Congrats, Perriman. Maybe I'll be the second cell. Now, if this is anything like my build showcase, which it kind of is, it takes a while to properly get the rate. I don't know why in the no NFC build, it took like 3 hours before it started showing 13 per hour. But yeah, even here, it probably would take like an hour for it to actually show the true rate. But anyways, it's only been running for a minute, so this still isn't going to be that accurate. Morris has probably the closest. Yeah, Morris has the best guess. 150 per hour. This should do 149.4 per hour if we want to be exact. That rounds down to 149, but Morris is pretty much spot on. The badges, as far as I could tell, between my test before I had the badges and then after, with a little bit of additional tweaking, I suppose, it was, I think it increased the production rate by about 25%. And then after that, I did more tweaking, so I guess that additional tweaking doesn't count. But I would say it's like a 25% production rate increase with the Air Force badges and the Navy set, which is insane, really. It's a massive production boost. I know what I did wrong. There's something wrong there. There's something else wrong. I was wondering, like, something's not right. I know something's not right. Okay, so first let me explain. Another issue with me not updating the visualizer, by the way. But whenever I was first coming up with this design, I needed more pottery shops compared to my candlesticks design, so I added more pottery shops here. This pottery shop only has one passive energy. I didn't realize that until yesterday. I'm like, oh, this pottery shop's not doing anything. Whoops. So I deleted it and replaced it with a logger house, which then I moved my junior from this spot to this spot. So I didn't have my junior place. You could imagine how much that impacts the freaking wit rate. All right, then. Things were looking pretty good, though. Look, but I was looking at my wool yarn rate. I'm like, something's not right there. Other than I have too much wool yarn that I need to sell. Something with the cotton yarn. I need to sell those. Before we reset the production monitor, let's go ahead and add stuff on auto sell here. Honeycomb, yeah, I do 30. Honey and honeycomb at 30. Gold gets overproduced. Mystic Matter actually does get overproduced by a bit. Really, the bottleneck's gonna end up being wax. And like maybe I could put down another beehive making wax and that would maybe fix it, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. I tweaked this enough already. Okay, so what didn't I add here? Wool, yeah. Well, so all of it should be getting turned into wool yarn. I think I added everything. Oh wow, first place. Oh, look at that, I passed a Paramin, at least for like a minute. That's because I did the glass rush. See, if I wouldn't have done the glass rush, I wouldn't have passed them up by 100k stars. Yeah, I do think I actually have a shot at top 10 on this one, just because it's like extremely wood heavy. And I have a ton of stuff that helps me with wood production. Dragon's gonna be a bit busy for a minute. Let me check the storages. Oh yeah, the Philosopher's Stone does get stored all the way down here. Since I'm only using the one storehouse. So storehouse, I have to balance Philosopher's Stone, wool, and glue. But all the glue should be getting turned into mystic matter, assuming I'm online, right? Which I gotta mention this in a minute. And all the wool will get turned into wool yarn. Yeah, there's plenty of storage. All right, I'm gonna reset it. Okay, so I am done. I believe I am done. I will check the production rate in a couple minutes. But as far as I know, there's still an issue with going offline if you have a full set of Enchanted Fireworks NFTs. If you go offline, the 50% craft time reduction on the Wizards workshops does not apply. So you will end up with an issue making enough glue or mystic matter or mystic matter. So I can't have this offline. So usually on the other competitions, I would proof this by having additional Wizards workshops to make sure that doesn't happen, to make sure I can still run offline mode and still make everything. I'm using every single spot on this competition. I can't spare any space, so I can't have extra Wizards workshops for the glue or the mystic matter. I'm just gonna have to run it like this, which means even though I have Update Town offline, which will probably still be okay if I go offline for maybe half an hour, so I can still do my daily challenges and stuff, right? Or refresh the page. But I pretty much have to be online the entire competition for this one, so it doesn't mess up my Mystic Matter rate. And I am overproducing Mystic Matter a bit, so like I'll still make most of the Philosopher's Stones, but I don't think I'll make all of them. So yeah, I had to run this online. Unfortunately. I know some of you, for some reason, aren't a fan of offline mode, but I'm a big fan of it. But yeah, I'll have to go old school, have this online for the next 3 days. If I get top 10, it'll be worth it though. We'll see. It's worth it either way, right? They did put up update patch yesterday. You know, some of you got disconnected a lot. There was maintenance. They fixed one bug. I don't believe they fixed the fireworks bug. I tested it, but I didn't test it until before that. I did not test it after that. But I doubt it. I doubt they fixed it. Somebody would have mentioned it already. But they did fix one bug, which was with the Sorcerer's Hut. This had a bug on it during the weekend. If you were using the Sorcerer's Hut NFT to craft the Philosopher's Stone, it wouldn't pick up the candlestick, I believe. So it just wouldn't work for that. To my knowledge, that works now. I didn't test that, I didn't have that issue, but I saw a couple of dub members mention that. So that has been fixed. I believe that was the whole point of the maintenance. That's like the only thing they fixed. And there was maintenance on Sunday also. They added back the daily challenges, which they apparently forgot to do. They forgot to put the daily challenges on Friday's update. So we all didn't do the daily challenge on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Some people probably missed the Friday daily challenge too. Maybe. No, never mind. It was still there. It was the Saturday daily challenge. Anyways, not that important. But yeah, that was the whole reason for the updates that happened this weekend. The wood rate's still a little bit lower than it should be. I wonder if I forgot something else here. Oh, I know what it is. What's lumber at? Yeah, lumber is not producing enough. All right. Kind of easy to miss stuff here now. One more thing I need to do, and it has to do with the legendary tree farms. I need to rotate them. I need to rotate my trees. That's a weird thing to say, but I need to do it. Wait, I think this one was already correct. Gosh, it's so hard to tell. The freaking loggers move at jet speeds. It's so hard to tell. Alright, legendary tree farms have a door. Probably have to mention this every time. So, any of you thinking like, oh, should I rotate my trees? No, the regular tree farms don't need to be rotated. That doesn't do anything. Just the legendary tree farms. They, for some reason, have a door. Which can be a bad thing if you don't know that or you're not paying attention to it. But it's a very good thing if you actually do know how to take advantage of that, because it's actually more efficient that they have a door. You just have to make sure that the door is facing the correct way. So these should be facing the road. Oh my gosh, I can barely tell. Jeez. I think that one's right. I believe that needs to be rotated. Maybe. Looks like it. This one too. I think this one too. Sorry, it's like 2 minutes of me staring at trees. Okay. I think it should be good. As long as I get to the point where it's overproducing lumber, then it's fine. Even if like 1 or 2 of the rotations are wrong. So I have to reset this again. The wood rate is going up a little bit more. It was 17.2k. It should be at 18.2k. Not sure if I've ever made that much wood either. No. Stone's at 140. That's all right. But yeah, this should be at 149 at the very end. Candles, or vanilla scented candles, should be like 447. So I need more wax for that. Wool yarn and cotton yarn should not be an issue. Mystic matter won't be an issue either. That'll be over 300. And ceramic bowls, I will, or I should end up using all of them, or almost all of them. That's a lot of ceramic bowls. This setup's like almost 2,000 on the bowls. Yeah, but it should be overproducing lumber. Very slowly also, so it probably will take an hour to actually like see some extra lumber maybe. All right, I'll just go ahead and reset it. I know wood should be at like 18,200. That's for sure. So once again, another refresh. It's not a problem. Yeah, look at that. I passed up O-Town, at least for now. I already know O-Town's gonna pass me though. Alright, still rank 1? Well, rank 2 for now. I don't think rank 1's happening again. For these, for the rest of the competition, I mean. Tony Roy says, good afternoon. Hello, Tony. $18.2K, okay, alright. Too soon to tell. Alright, let me talk about the badges and not the utility. I mean, I already went over the utility. Let's see how they're doing. Let me also open up NFC Harbor. Wow, there's no more rare Navy badges for sale. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I did have some people ask me how many boxes did I end up getting, or how many boxes did I open until I got the golden jet, right? I started with 10 boxes and I didn't get them in the first 10. Obviously, that would be too lucky. So I was buying 10 at a time, right? Goal was to get it in under 30. I would consider that lucky. Statistically, since it's a 2% chance, you would get it in 50. And if it took you more than 50, then you're statistically unlucky, right? So I got up to 50 and I still didn't get it. I was bummed out. Though not that bummed out, because for some reason, and this was mostly notable on the first 20 that I opened, for some reason I kept getting rares back to back. And I was just hoping like, oh, this has to be the golden jet. It's like the 4th rare in a row. The first rare I got was the rare Navy badge. The second one, literally right the next box after that, right? Like I'm talking about 4 boxes in a row were rares. The second box after that was another rare Navy badge. I want to double check the odds of getting it. It's 7% chance. I'm like, what? I got 2 of these in a row. The third one was the rare military badge, which that one doesn't matter. The military badges are basically worthless. And the fourth one, I'm like, this has to be the jet. It's just gonna give me all 3 rares in a row. It was another rare Navy badge. That's crazy. It was so many rare Navy badges, and that kind of continued on the second batch of 10. I just kept getting rare Navy badges, and I did check statistically. I got 14% of the boxes I opened were rare Navy badges, where it was only supposed to be 7%. So statistically, I got double on those. And same thing for the Air Force Commons, which it's a 5% chance of getting those. For some reason, I got double what I should have gotten. for the boxes that I opened. So I ended up getting 60 boxes in total. I did get the golden, or the, the gold jet, let's just call it that. I did end up getting the gold jet on the 53rd box, but since I already had 7 other boxes, I'm like, I'll just go ahead and open them. Maybe I get 2 golden jets in a row, right? It's possible. After not getting it in the first batch of 50, I get 2 in a row. That didn't happen though. The 7 final boxes that I opened were still very good, actually. I think it was another golden navy badge, and it was a second uncommon Air Force badge. I had gotten the first uncommon Air Force badge just a few boxes before that. I got it very late, to be honest. Like, it was around box 47 or something, and then the golden jet was box 53, so I did get that one late. But I got a second one, so that was cool. There was a dub member that was looking for the uncommon one, the silver one, because he got very lucky. I'm not gonna name names, or I won't name names, but I probably will share numbers. Hopefully that's okay with people. But yeah, somebody got lucky enough. I think 2 people that I know got lucky enough and got the golden jet within the first 20 boxes. Honestly, within the first 30, I was just telling them congrats, because yeah, that's huge luck. If anything, you profited if you got it within the first 30. But yeah, I know at least 2 people that... No, I know more than 2 people. I know 2 people that got it between 10 and 20 boxes, okay? I believe there's also 2 people who got it in their very first box. That's insane. We had 2 people that got the golden jet on their very first box. They may have purchased multiple boxes. Yeah, they did actually. I remember them saying that. But they got the golden jet supposedly on their first box. That's what they said. I'll take the word for it. I believe it. Now, we did also get somebody that got 2 gold jets in a row. That's also insane. I don't remember how many boxes they opened. I think it was I don't remember. But they got 2 in a row. That's crazy. They probably could have even gotten 3 in a row. I joked about that because the way the numbers came out was a bit strange. But yeah, somebody got 2 in a row. At least 2 people got on the very first box. Some people got lucky enough to get in on like their 10th to 20th box. Some people followed the statistics, like me, got it on the 53rd box, right? And of course, on the other side, some people did get very unlucky. It took them over... It took them over 100 boxes, okay? And that sucks. But that's the thing with these gacha sales, right? They'll get you. Yeah, Sandila says I got 3 gold navy in a row. That's awesome. Yeah. In total, out of the 60 boxes, I had 8 golden navies. Obviously, I kept 1. I ended up selling the other 7. It was I got more rare navy badges than I did uncommons. I had 6 uncommon badges. I'm not gonna share all the numbers or the odds. Like I share all that with in the Super Dub Club chat with my Super Dub Club supporters. All those numbers. But I did end up selling a lot of the spares, if not almost all the spares by now. So I think I only have... let me check. On the Air Force common badges, I only have 1 more spare. Military badges, I don't really care about those. I have 3 sets. Navy badge, I only have a few commons to spare. I really don't know about be selling these, or like the few last spare ones, I'll just put them on a giveaway perhaps. Military badge, I don't think people really care about, but I don't really know what else to do with it. I don't think it's even worth placing down. Yeah, I only have a few things to spare. I had sold most of it. So, like I said, I opened 60 boxes. That's a lot, yeah. You can imagine how much that cost. After I sold all the spare stuff, I can tell you, I didn't lose any money, I actually gained money. Now, don't go and take that as a sign that, oh shit, I should buy some boxes and I'll make money too. That's not the case, okay? I did get pretty lucky on my pools. I was also, I would say, I had the right idea going on NFT Harbor. I was the first one to sell a couple of the rare Navy badges. If you check the Harbor page, which I was gonna pull up here. Let me pull that up real quick. If you bought my stuff, no refunds, but I appreciate it. It's just the way the market works. I don't know who's watching, right? But we scroll down here. I was the first one to sell a couple of these. You know, this was what people accepted, all right? I sold a set right here for 50k Gala. I sold like 3 individually for 10k Gala. I did some peer-to-peer trades for 9k Gala, I think. Yeah, but that was with supporters. So at the time, that was a better deal. I suppose they're cheaper now. So, oh, look at the highest offer, 8k Gala. So I did notice, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, people were selling a set for cheap, 7k Gala, 8k Gala. This was people that bought a bunch of the boxes and they just had a lot of spares. Okay. I kind of expected this to happen. The top players would have a bunch of spares, they'll dump them on the market, the price will go down. That's predictable. But look, there's no more listings for the rare Navy badge. Now the demand is going to be higher than the supply. Now people are like, crap, nobody's selling them, I gotta up my bids. So the bids have gone up. And I do think the bids will continue to get up. If you pay 10k Gala for a rare Navy badge, don't feel bad. If anything, I actually think it'll go above that. Maybe I'm just being hopeful here, but that's my speculation on these. I think these will go higher, especially if my speculation on the Memorial Day boxes completely going away in like a week is true. I don't know. We don't have an announcement yet. It's just speculation. But if they actually go away and there's no other way to buy those, or if the discount ends, because right now it's discounted, it's $30 each. It should be $50 each supposedly. So if the discount ends, that will also cause the price of these to go up. You know, either the discount ends or they go away permanently, right? But that'll cause the price for these to go up. I believe 1,500 boxes have, it's probably higher than that. Maybe it's 1,600. Boxes have been opened or sold. I assume if somebody buys a box, they'll open it, right? So if you do the math, I think that's... Can I do the math in my head? I think that's like 150 sets of Navy badges. And 30 or 32 sets of the jets. The Air Force badges. So there's not a whole lot of sets, especially for the Air Force badges. So yeah, if they're pulled from the store, I do suspect the value of those will go up. Look at Liberty Bell. If most people don't look at the Liberty Bell, but the Liberty Bell, there's like no other way to get it right now. And somebody had bought it for almost 10 grand, when at the time they probably could have gotten it for like 3 grand or 4 grand, which is still a lot. But they ended up just buying it for 10 grand because there was no other way to get it. So with all that being said, I believe the values of the Navy badges and the Air Force badges will go up. Not the military badges, because people don't care about those. The only way the value of the military badges goes up even a little is if something crazy happens with wages and there's like a competition where all the wages are 10x or something. That would be the only way, which I don't expect to happen. Looking at the jets now, I assume the people selling it are either they have a spare set or they just bought the boxes because they like to gamble and maybe they got lucky, right? these jets have been selling for over 1,000. The first one obviously sold for higher, it's $1,400, but the next 3 sold for over 1,000. All right, that's huge. And I consider myself very lucky because I finished all the sets. I recouped all the costs. In fact, I profited. So not only did I profit, I collected the sets. That's huge. So even though it took me 53 boxes to get everything I needed, right? Ultimately, for me, it paid off. I got lucky. Now, some people, I guess maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe some people, were hoping I recorded the whole thing. Unfortunately, I didn't. I really should have considered doing that. It was kind of an on and off process. Like I was doing other things at the same time, so I opened 10 boxes and then like I came back and half an hour later to do 10 more boxes. If I would have opened them back to back like really quickly, I probably would have gotten the gold jet within 30 boxes. I feel like somebody got my gold jet, if that makes sense. I took a quick break. I had to do some stuff and somebody just took the gold jet from me. But hey, it ended up working out, so I'm very happy with that situation right there. I got lucky. I know maybe some other people, they obviously did not get lucky. They probably overpaid. It's just how it goes, but that's my whole story with the badges. What I think of their value, they are obviously very valuable, right? They kind of did make them overpowered. I think even if it was like a 9% craft time buff instead of a 19%, they probably would have performed well still. And I think it would have been more balanced for the game. If anything, now I can actually compete with some of the people that have a Liberty Bell. Maybe I'll get top 10 on this one, like I said. Yeah, Jukesy, 60 times enter transfer code? Well, you don't want to have 2-factor authentication turned off. It's worth it. It's worth the work. Okay, yeah, you're right. I think once you buy a box, the item is in no matter what. Yeah, some people say that. You could be right. I don't know. I can't dispute that. I have no idea. I mean, I checked, like, if you check on Gtrace and check the Gala chain transaction crap, it doesn't say it mints until you open and burn the box, but whatever. Yeah, you could be right. I can't argue with that. But yeah, I got very lucky. I mean, if Morris is done with his build, I would like to see what he meant by his luck story. But yeah, there was apparently 2 people that got the golden jet within the first box. So they were just better off buying the other ones from NFT Harbor. That makes sense. I have no idea if okay, well, yeah, actually there was maybe a few other people that were in my situation and also profited, I suppose, you know, like the person that got 2 gold jets in a row. How could you not profit off that? Unless you bought way too many boxes, I guess. So yeah, there was a few people that got lucky enough to profit there, and that means there's also going to be people that obviously got burned pretty badly because they opened too many boxes. But man, that's just how it goes. And no, I don't intend to get any more of those Memorial boxes, Memorial Day boxes. It's hard for me to recommend it, honestly. I think if you really think about it, what I was gonna say is you're better off getting a set of Navy badges from NFT Harbor. But like I just said, there are no more sets listed. Everybody who had that idea already did it. Some of them maybe overpaid. Some of them got a really great deal. I think if all the spares were sold, the price is going to go up from here. It'll cap, of course. I don't expect the price to go up over 10k Gala unless, like I said, the Memorial Day boxes get pulled from the store or the discount is not there anymore. So, like, if nobody else is selling them, the only other way is gonna be in the Memorial Day boxes. Okay, it's a gamble. It's like the freaking corrupted boxes from a long ass time ago, right? Gotcha sales. Not a fan of them, even though in this case I got lucky, but that's just how they go. Can't imagine how much they got ticket for sweepstakes. Yeah, I got sweepstakes tickets. I don't care about this stuff. Who cares about the sweepstakes tickets? They ruined that Gala sweepstakes crap. Man, I never took that video down too. I made a video about it, but that was when the Gala sweepstakes was at least like a little bit decent. It was still pretty bad, but there was at least a possibility for you to make more Gala than you spent. But now there's no way because they updated it to where it's like there's no way you're gonna really earn Gala unless you get insanely lucky. So it's not worth it at all anymore. Sandula, yeah, after I sold the badge and then bought 2 boxes, it was military. It was sad. Yes. Wish I can sell the tickets. Not even sure who would buy them. Yeah, Moore says, okay, so there is someone from Dub 2 who was so insanely lucky. Only bought 9 boxes. He only got 1 duplicate, which is the common military. Damn, so which one didn't they get? So if they got 9 boxes, they were secretly hoping that every single box was a different badge, right? And if they only got 1 duplicate, that means they're missing 1 badge. He was missing Common Air Force, and so he ended up buying the Common Air Force in NFC Harbor for 16k Gala. I know who you're talking about. I did not know he was that lucky though. Damn. No wonder he paid 16k Gala for that one. I thought he got scammed, but you know, maybe he didn't care. I didn't know he was that lucky. I mean, that's incredible, right? Like, so he got the golden jet on the first 9 boxes. He got almost everything he needed in the first 9 boxes, right? And he got a little bit too impatient and just got the Common Air Force for 16k Gala, where now it's worth 5k Gala, just about, right? Yeah, that's what it's listed for. About 5k Gala for it. He's probably happy either way, right? That's insane luck, that is. Could be better, but it's still very good. You know, the people who got the golden jet in the first pool, or the people who managed to get 2 golden jets in a row or within their first couple pools, that's insane. Yeah. Different success stories. Let's see the production monitor here. It's been running for 20 minutes. Is this making sense? The wood rate is a little bit off. I'm pretty sure it's just because some of the tree farms aren't positioned correctly. Lumber's still underproducing, unfortunately, so I need to find a way to fix that. Candlesticks is at 145, and that's because wax is at 1300-ish. That makes perfect sense. So the candles will be about 440. Wait, at least 435, right? Mystic Matters, that's fine. 320, that's what it makes. So Philosopher Stone, 145, not bad. But yeah, it should be 149. I'm gonna somehow have to like... There's a tree here that's not rotated properly. Oh, is it this one? Might actually just be this one. Yeah, that's probably it. Maybe these two. Maybe these aren't rotated properly. It's like so laggy I can barely tell. Also, the loggers are moving way too fast. Got my son 75. We are happy now. Nice. The top 50 potential is there, right? It looks right. This one doesn't look right. That's the one I just rotated to. Maybe I rotated it too many times. Yeah, it's not right. It just gets cut by itself. There's like no logger touching it, or it's just too fast. Oh gosh. Well guys, I'm not trying to stare at this for like 5 minutes, but if I catch another one that's not rotated correctly, I'll fix it. Hey, I'll take 145 stone per hour. That's good. Best case scenario would be 149, or like I said, you know, maybe it is 100, maybe it already is 149, and I just need to be really patient because it took hours before it actually got to that point. The cotton is correct, the glue and mystic matter is good, gold is good. It's really just the wood, like it has to overproduce lumber. It could also be the rotation of my mill. I'll double check that. Low Stake Slot says, hey Dub, I bought 3 boxes and got 2 bronze army helmets. You know if there is an update on the UK site update? I saw somebody post a screenshot. I'm assuming it's not fixed, but I saw somebody post a screenshot and like instead of Gala, it had did it just say games on it? Or does it already say that? No, it already says that, yeah. No, I guess not. I guess I haven't heard an update. I mean, if it's still offline, it's still offline, right? For UK and those surrounding areas. Yeah. I guess no update yet. They gotta change the Gala name or everything that says Gala on this site. Just for that area, that region. Or those few regions. Who knows how long that could take. Especially if it has to go through legal. Legal takes forever to do anything. Did I take a screenshot? No, I did. I did take a screenshot. Oh. Not a very good one, though. Okay, well, supposedly I had this rotated like that. I had this rotated. Yeah, that one makes sense. All the other ones should be rotated correctly. Yeah, bolts is pretty much 2,000 per hour, that's right. Yeah, well, I reset it again. I mean, I could just leave it running, but yeah, I'm gonna reset it. I want to see my wood rate because I think if I see 18k wood, that means it's good, like perfectly good. So another 5-minute test. One of them I think I can do here. I need a little bit of space though. I have no space. What can I delete that won't completely kill this? Probably a sheep pen. I'll put it back. I'll temporarily delete a sheep pen. I just need to do a test. So look at my wages, right? we're going to be testing the military badges, or not specifically the military badges, but an oversight with how the effects work on the badges. This would really only apply if you have 3 gold badges, so it's not really a big deal. I've not tested this, so I want to test this now. So look at my wages, 37,088. Whenever we apply the full set of badges, that should be reduced by 24%. So we're going to do a common badge. Right, 61.5k. I should have written. Hold on, let me type down the number. I'm gonna forget. So 37,088. All right. Common badge. 36,157. Uncommon badge. 35,049. All right. And once I put the rare badge, the set applies and I get an additional 15% wage decrease. 28,190. 28,190, that's with the full set, right? That makes sense. Or that should make sense, right? 24% reduced wages. I don't know if that's exact. Let me actually check that. Is that exactly correct? Yeah, actually, that's it's like really close to that's like 23.9% reduced wages, but yeah, that's additive. That's not multiplicative. That seems to be additive. I thought it was multiplicative. Okay, so pay attention to my wages. 28,190 full set. If I place down any more badges, they will not apply, because that's the limit. What the heck happened? Where'd they go? Okay. See, the wages did not change. That is intended. We tested this with the Air Forces and the Navies. Well, the Navies is hard to tell. But the Air Forces definitely cannot have more than 3. All right, so now I'm gonna remove them all. So we're back at 37,088. The first 3 badges will apply, remember. What if you have 3 gold badges? Let's put down 3 gold badges first. We're doing this with military badges because I obviously don't have 3 gold Air Forces. So 3 gold badges, wages go down to 33,192. Obviously not as good as the full set. We don't have the full set bonus. I'm gonna need a little bit more space, so I'll put the cotton field back in a bit. So what are we gonna do now? We place down more. We're not gonna get any additional bonuses, right? Look, it doesn't go down anymore. All we need to do now is place down the bronze and we get the full set. So let's do that. Full set. Look at the wages. 27,742. 3 gold badges, then full set. You see what I did there? The effects of the 3 gold badges are applying, but then I'm adding 2 more to apply the set bonus. Granted, this takes up more space, because these don't. The only reason you have these down is for the full set bonus. But how much of a wage reduction am I getting now? It's not just 24%, right? Is there an easy way for me to figure out this number? I would imagine it's like 26% or something. 3.5%, 2.5%, 1.5%, I think. Let me see. Let me mess with the calculator. So would it be at 25.5%? Not exactly. in between those numbers. Okay. It ends up being a 25.2% reduction to wages instead of just the 24% if I was to place down 3 of them. Now, that's an extra 1% wage reduction. Who cares, right? It's not worth it. But you see what I was trying to do is that the first 3 badges, the effect will apply. And if you put more badges down, you won't get the benefits of those badges, but you will still get the benefits of the sets. So as soon as I get rid of 1, it just gets rid of the set bonus. And if I get rid of 2 golds, it goes to 28,190, which is correct because now it's applying these 2 effects. So we go back to the intended 24% reduction instead of a 25.2% reduction. So this little oversight, I don't think it's considered, I don't think it would be considered a bug. It is more of a utility oversight. It's only possible if you have multiple golds, or I guess maybe multiple silvers. You were to do 2 silvers, 1 gold, and then your bronze at the end, I guess. It's not that much of a difference. But you could do that. I believe you can do that with the Navy badges if you were to have 3 gold Navy badges, or even the Air Force badges if you were to have 3 gold Air Force badges. So what difference would it make, really? It would only be... You would only get about an additional 1.5% craft time reduction-ish. So instead of a 19% craft time reduction for the full set of Air Force badges, you would get close to a 20.5% craft time reduction. Not that big of a difference. This would require 3 gold Air Force badges. So I assure you, nobody would even bother doing that, okay? So it's not like a game-breaking bug, don't worry. I don't know if this is something they'll ever fix, but it's a bit of an oversight, right? Like why would you want to have three of these just to get 1% more craft time reduction, and then you'd still end up wasting a little bit more space because you had to have 5 badges placed down. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. That is something I wanted to test, and it does work how I expected it to. There's another thing I want to test, but I don't think I can do it here, or I should do it here, because that one I think is considered a bug. Should I test it on like the practice server? What do you guys think? Or should I just do it off stream and then just mention it on chat? Stun rate went up a little bit more. Wood rate, not that much though. The only reason the stun rate probably went up is because I wasn't making all the cotton and the wool, I would imagine. And shoot, maybe I won't even figure out how I fix the wood rate. Oh well, I did the best I could. What is it? It's a bug involving vending machines. So I don't think many people know about it, but it's like a cache bug. Is it game breaking? I don't think so. But it is considered a bug if it is actually working. So it is something they should fix. It's a similar situation to what happened with the epic arcane rings and the ore storage, if any of you remember that situation. And that is why when you sell the ore storage, it gives you 0 cash, because there was a bug happening there. I guess that's a problem with certain build cost reduction things. It shouldn't be a problem, but for some reason it is. I mean, it's not a problem when you're using thrifty blueprints or these stars and stripes. Like it's not bugged at all. So do it in practice. Yeah, so I would have to go back to practice server to do that. Don't risk your great ranking. I wouldn't do it in the competition just in case. I mean, it's probably a bad idea that I stream it, but like I think it would be good for them to see some footage and like see that it works and like it's something they need to fix. But yeah, I wouldn't do it in the competition. I don't know, maybe you guys can help me figure out what's up with my wood rate. I'm gonna go to the practice server and I'll test that out. And you can't go offline? I can maybe go offline for a couple minutes, it'll be fine. But if I go offline for more than half an hour, I'm gonna end up with too much glue in my storehouse, and it's not all being used for mystic matter. I do have glue on auto sell for that reason. I'm overproducing mystic matter, so like, let's see, it's okay for like a half an hour or something. Fast forward by, yeah. One of these trees is messed up, and I don't know which one it is. Did I place down on the legendary tree farms? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I placed them all down. Did I have another tree farm somewhere that I forgot to put on the visualizer for some reason? Because I don't think I did. My lumber's overproducing a little bit, so it actually might not be an issue at all anymore. And I just have to be really patient. Oh, my wax rate is good. I just realized that. That's how much wax I need for 149 per hour. I think we're good. Even though the wood rate is a little bit lower, as long as it gets to the point where it's overproducing lumber, I am good. This will work. Oh, look at that. Candlesticks 149. We're good here. Alright, we're done. This will make 149. It just takes hours for it to actually pop up with that number, but it'll do it. Alright, I want to test it out real quick. I was gonna test it out, I just forgot. I'll just do it on the stream. If I understand how to do it. Not many people have the vending machine NFTs because it'd be crazy enough to get those, right? That's stupid. Right? Let's see. I really wanted a legendary one though, just to have one. But it's not worth it. Let's see, practice. So you guys are you're gonna see my practice town. Oh my gosh. Whoa, here's my practice town, right? I even got a mountain. Makes things more interesting. Trees are, yeah, the same layout. Oh, look at that. Nothing's changed. The only reason I have like extra glue is because I was testing the fast forward thing, and yeah, it doesn't work. Offline mode with the fireworks FTs, yeah, not a good idea. Alright, so what can I try to test this? That's the thing. 10 billion cash, holy crap. Let's see. This is on the practice server. In case anybody's watching, this is not the competition server. All right, I am doing a test to see if something works as intended, but I don't think it does because somebody said it doesn't. All right, that makes sense. All right, how do you do this? So vending machines will reduce the build cost of the things you're building, right? Similar to Stars and Stripes. Let's do an epic vending machine. Okay, I place it down. It reduces the build cost by 3%. All right. I have too much cash. That's the thing. It probably won't work because I'm too rich. 10.36 billion. What the heck? Nuclear power costs 7.5 mil, but I think with the vending machine it brings it down 225k, right? So I built this. Oh gosh, I can barely tell. I take off the vending machine. It should only return 7.2 mil. Maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe it did. No, maybe there's no bug, guys. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. Right? 66, 0.366, 0.359. Take that out. 0.366. Oh yeah, maybe I'm just crazy. Yeah. We're all good here, guys. This don't work. Or maybe they fixed it. Maybe you have too much cash. Yeah. 10 billion. I think I kept the same biome like 3 weeks in a row, maybe. What's it cost now? 6.8 mil? Well, that's not bad. Nah, I don't think it works. Yeah, I actually don't think it works. I didn't sell anything in the process either. My cash would have gone up if I did. Hold on, let me turn off auto sell just in case. I don't want to actually be selling something. I'll do this like 2 more times just to make sure, because Juxies is right. I have too much cash. It's really hard to tell with this. I'm about to, yeah. No, yeah. I'm already getting confused. I can't imagine, if this actually did work, I can't imagine somebody actually doing it. Especially with the lag of placing NFTs down. Heck no. No, yeah, I don't think it does anything, because by now I would have been up 1 mil. Because 10 billion, that's 10 million, right? Like 10 million, that's 10,000 million. Not 10 million. 10 billion is 10,000 million, so that's 10,366 million. If this for some reason worked, I would have been up 1 million at least. Finally done. Ooh, coffee time. Nice. That was a quick finish. 2 hours. Some of you guys are finishing in 2 hours. That's very nice. All right. Well, this isn't an issue. Maybe somebody mistakenly thought this was a bug. Maybe it got fixed. It's possible it got, for some reason, patched out yesterday. It was reported. Could be I'm doing it wrong. We'll see. Can't say I exactly remember this was what you're supposed to do, but it could be that I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Figure it out later. There's an update to this little situation. I'll mention it on Discord. But yeah, no, this isn't a bug. It's so what got reported is that if you place the vending machine down, you build something. If you remove the vending machine and then remove the building, it would return the full amount rather than the discounted amount. That doesn't appear to be the case here. Or if it does, I'm losing way too much cash on wages and I can't tell. Maybe there's too much cash here. I really don't want to reset this biome in case I need it next week, so I can just try on a fresh server. So I'm not gonna do that. 'Cause my wages are high. It's true. It's a lot of wages, but after doing that like 5 times, I definitely would have gotten a million in profit, and that just didn't happen. So this, it's not a bug, or it's not bugged. Either it got fixed or it never was, right? So we got that cleared up. That's good. Or I'm doing it wrong, right? But there we go. Obviously, I'm gonna log back in the competition, and then that'll probably be it, right? Like it's past lunchtime for me. Thankfully I don't need to cook anything. I'll just eat some leftovers. But yeah, that's what I'll do right after this. So the rest of those military badges, I mean, I'll probably just give them away. I'll do giveaways on my Discord soon enough. The few couple of common Navy badges I have, I suppose I'll give those away too. The last common Air Force badge I have, I will probably sell that one still. Because like I keep getting people who ask me about them, so I'm like, okay, sure, I'll just sell it. Wow, it's taking a while. Oh yeah, and they came out with another NFT that it's a Master Wizard that doesn't require crude oil to craft the Philosopher Stone. I can't imagine people really care about it. The only good thing is that it's a Master Wizard NFT for 130 bucks, whereas the Epic Master Wizards, I think they were like 300 bucks. So that's like the only positive they have going for them. It's a cheaper Master Wizard NFT, but the wages are higher, way higher compared to the Epic Master Wizard NFT. That is if, you know, people don't really care about the wages, but the wages are high, right? Master Wizard wages are very high. Dang, I think I'm just going to be stuck in the menu the whole time. Might have to refresh. I think somebody told me on the playbook the alchemy lab was missing. Alchemy stand. Oh, my bad. I'm also looking at the playbook. Let's go back here. No, the alchemy stand is in the playbook. Or is it the other one that I was just talking about? The other one is called Alchemist something. The Alchemist Academy. Yeah, Alchemist Academy. The Alchemist Academy is on here also. I just don't know if it casts shade. Whoops, wrong one. No Vexy villages today. There we go. Yeah, I just don't know if it casts shade. I assume it casts 2 shade just like the Epic Master Wizard, but I don't know. Oh, the Epic Master Wizard was only 150 when it went on sale. Oh, maybe it was. Who knows? D5 says, finished build, now just waiting for the first batch. Nice. There you go, 100%. All right, back in. I'm trying to see. Who was it that said the NFT is missing? I don't know. Maybe I made it up. Maybe the post got deleted. Who knows? Anyways. Glue? Look, I got 17 glue. How long was that? How long was I away? Like 15 minutes? It should not be overproducing glue like that. Wow. Do I have any more Mystic Matter? I had 2 more. I was right about to run out of Mystic Matter, and then my rate offline would have gone down. So yeah, I can be offline for like maybe 20 minutes before it gets to a point where I'm actually gonna start losing stars because I'm not making the correct amount of Philosopher stones. There we go. O-Town passed me up, of course. Zebor. What's your rate, Zebor? You're about to pass me up too, right? And I'll leave this running. Hopefully I remember to... Yeah, I'll end up doing this. I mean, it's got to be on for a long time. I might as well just stick it in the corner, maybe save some resources or something. I do have an extra Lucy, yes. Lucy. Lucy the Border Collie is huge for this competition. Like, helps so much with the wool rate, especially if you already have a wheat stand and you're doing females. Oh, okay, all right. That's a very good rate. You know, I have a good shot at top 10. I actually do feel like I have a shot at top 10 on this. Don't know where I'll end, but I am gonna guess that I'll end 8th. I'm being optimistic on this one. I think I will end on 8th place. My best ranking ever was 7th. I think that was a pumpkin pie competition because I have so many tables of appreciation. Probably would do better now. Well, maybe do the same. So yeah, I don't expect to beat that 7th place, but like, yeah, maybe I'll get 8th on this one. We'll see. Be optimistic. Of course, no problem, Rachel. $96 stones. What? Hopefully something didn't break as soon as I came in here. It'll just take time to fix. What's my lumber? 4 lumber. Oh, it's not even overproducing it anymore. It's weird. We'll see. Well, I mean, I'll keep an eye on it. I have it open the whole time anyways. Over here. Well, that's gonna be it. So I hope everybody's making great progress on their build. Like, I assume most of you got all the cash you needed within the first half hour. So it's just a matter of building. Some of you are already done by the sounds of it, so that's amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna have it zoomed in here and online for as long as I can. I mean, if it gets disconnected, then shoot, I'll try to log back in as soon as I can. I mean, the thing is, if it gets disconnected while I'm asleep, that's just too bad, honestly. There's nothing I can do. Like, I'm not gonna be waking up every 2 hours to check if it's online. I'm not about that. So if that costs me top 10, then that sucks. I blame Gala on that for not fixing the bug. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's see. That's the only worry I have for this is I have to have it online the whole time. And sometimes I get disconnected, right? Especially if they're doing updates throughout the week. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, of course. Thank you all for being here. Offline mode not working. Offline mode works, but not if you have the fireworks NFTs. The craft time reduction for the Wizards workshops doesn't work offline. That's the problem. And usually I'll have extra Wizards workshops, so that's not an issue. But I'm using every single spot I can on here. I hope that doesn't screw me over. So I'll risk it and we'll see how it goes on this. I did do the Vexy competition. I got top 350, so that means I get like, what, 50 Gala? I get more Gala from Champions Arena, so that's not really a big deal for me. Yeah, good luck. Thank you, DeFi and LazyDC. Also says good luck to all. I'll see you all later. Jukesy, see you later. I'll be on Discord as usual. But yeah, take care, everybody. See you on the next stream on Friday. Bye-bye.